Man, this was amazing. This was exciting news. But hey, you F1 fans, if you're new here, give us a subscribe, give us a like. We're on a mission to 1,000 subs, and we're going to be hitting it over the next few months. So hey, give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a call in, leave us a voicemail. Tune in. This is the opinionated sports show, probably the most interactive sports show in the world, where you can call in and be part of the show. So, hey, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and tune in week after week for more F1 content here from the States. But I do think this was such an amazing moment, not only for Formula One, but certainly for Fernando Alonso and for the Alpine Alpine F1 team out of France. I think this was one that just checked it off for everybody, man. Such a historical moment, having a current generation F1 car go around one of the most historical and famous tracks in the world, the track at Le Mans, and the 24 hours at Le Mans, to be, like you said, kicking off the show. And what a way to kick it off with a French company in Alpine having their F1 car on the grid, racing around with their number one driver, Fernando Alonso, one of the best drivers on the F1 grid, former F1 champion, driving the current gen car around this track. And if you haven't seen the video, it is a must see. Go and watch it on YouTube. You're on YouTube right now. Hey, give us a subscribe, give us a like, but go check this video out of Fernando absolutely tooling it around the Le Mans track. And my favorite part was seeing this F1 car on those mega long straights, just absolutely opening up and hearing that engine roar at max rev, and just absolutely taking off down these mega straights on this historical track. But then in the turns, Alonso was absolutely pushing the limits, and he had this car on rails in the turns, looking good until he came up to the end of the track, where guess what? They had a lineup of Alpine cars waiting for him, where he just took the lead of the procession and then led the Alpine cars, which you see with their LMP car as well, led the procession of these French cars around this historical French track. I just think it was such a great moment, not only for Fernando Alonso and for F1 and for F1 fans, but clearly for the country of France and for the Alpine F1 team. It was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, for F1 fans, this summer break has been kind of tough to bear. Everyone's looking at like photos of the guys on vacation and stuff like that. So for this little taste, it was a nice thing. I'm going to pull up a video here that we might get a little bit of a copyright strike on this. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like at least it's not F1, because they're ruthless. But let's just say, at least just to give people who are watching a little chance to see some of what happened. Yeah. Worst case scenario, we'll have to get censored and kind of blur it out or anything. But if you're viewing live, don't forget to subscribe, because sometimes you see this stuff live and you don't get to see it in the cut-ups. But
yep.
I thought, for those of us who have been waiting for Spa, to come, this was a nice little taste, and getting kind of tired of seeing all of the F1 photos of, Nando's down in Mexico and Lewis is, on vacation, and then Bottas is doing like a bike race and stuff like that. It's like everyone is kind of just waiting to get back to Spa, and kind of go and get back to racing. But it was nice to see some of this stuff and give us a little something to talk about.
Yeah, no, you're right. This was great to see, obviously an F1 driver in an F1 car during the summer break on one of the most historic tracks in the world. And it's, a track that we normally don't get to see F1 cars on. So it really was a treat for anybody that got to see the video, and I'm sure for those fans that got to watch it live, a treat that they'll never forget. But you're right. Hey, guess what? It's race week right now. So we've all got to enjoy our F1 summer break, but it is race week this week, with Spa coming up later this week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we will definitely be tuning in, and we will most definitely be having a reaction and post-race analysis of the Spa race. And it's a triple header coming up as well, Producer Ben. So we've got a ton of F1 to cover over these next few weeks. So if you're an F1 fan, give us a subscribe and give us a like, because we're going to be covering it all here from the States for you, from our F1 headquarters here at Comeback Sports.
Folks, if you like this show, you're watching it right now on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. That's Comeback Sports on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, Comeback Sports. And then all the cut-ups that our awesome producer, Ben Couto, puts together after the show, that'll all filter to your YouTube channel. You don't have to go search for it. It's just right there in your subscriptions.